misses them sometimes. You saw the Monday night game against Buffalo.
They're both niggers.
So,
I like T.O. though because he plays with the star on his helmet.
Oh, that's cool. So, Dr. Mo, you think Jason Moshan? He's
a
off
contender.
He's off to an 8-2 start. He's a contender too. Let's get into the A-Dogs a little bit. Kind of a mystery team this year.
They beat me.
They, you and them had a close game this last Sunday. Phillip Rivers, he started. Dominic Rhodes, who didn't get any points. Reggie Bush, Plaxico Burress.
Okay, here's my year right here.
Okay.
Reggie Bush has the game of his NFL career so far, and the 1 week I can't have him do that.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Now, are the A-Dogs are they here?
They're pretenders.
You know what? I like Aaron Lennon. Maybe even a little man crush on Aaron. No, okay, maybe
with
not.
His leather pants?
Maybe not that. Yeah, we haven't seen the leather pants, and maybe when he's on, he'll bring in the leather pants. I know that would be a delight to everybody out there. I'm saying he's a pretender, too. I think he's still too...
that's the one thing I'm going to agree with on Dane, that he's married as a cover.
Just had a baby.
That's a good cover, though.
An elaborate...
Probably his best friend.
An elaborate scam. Let's talk about your buddy, the Blimpy Bear. Steve Harding, struggling a little bit. Under 500 right now.
He's always struggled.
He's struggled. But he did have some wins this week. Blimpy Bears. Oh, they got Frank Gore.
Yep.
Who they have struggled. They have Steve McNair. I don't like their quarterbacks very good at all. Steve McNair.
And Kyle Bowler.
Alex Smith. Kyle Bowler.
Bowler. Was a drop from my wife.
Edgerton James.
Good pickup, Steve, just because my wife won with him.
He's got Bobby. He loves Bobby Ingram.
He
would not trade Bobby Ingram this last week. The injured reserves tried to get from him. Would not trade, which was a pretty good offer. He offered like Derek Ward and Andre Johnson. There was a package deal, and he did not want to give up Bobby Ingram. Donald Driver as well. Pretender? Contender?
Pretender. He has no quarterback, and I don't think the Frank Gore situation is going to get any better.
I think the Niners, unfortunately, my team, has not looked good with Dillhead in there now. Trent Dillhead, quarterback.
Super Bowl winner, Trent Dillhead.
It's a mess over there. I don't think Steve's got enough players to be a contender right now.
I don't either.
How about Sonny Coley? In the playoffs both years, okay?
I did beat him.
He's been in first place. He scored over 100 points again this week. He has McNabb and Kevin Curtis.
Fluky.
Those guys...
Fluky.
It's fluky. He's also got Julius Jones, Jamal Lewis, who's hurt this week. Steve Smith, who had a great game from Vinny Testaverde.
Vinny.
Who my brother was talking about picking up. He called me up and said, should I pick up Vinny?
And drop Jay Cutler.
Maybe. Yeah. Jay Cutler.
Vinny Testaverde could be Jay Cutler's dad. I heard that.
Oh, really? Could be. Well, we'll check out that. What is Sonny a contender or pretender?
He wins too much to be a pretender, but will he ever win the big game? No.
It doesn't seem like that. It just seems like McNabb always gets hurt.
He just puts in the lucky playoff lottery team, playoff.
No, he did lose to Robbie a couple years ago when Robbie had 3 wins as the lottery team. Yeah, Sonny's luck has been horrible in the playoffs. I say he's a contender to make the playoffs, but I don't think there's any way that he can win it all.
I agree.
Let's talk about your friend, the Pussycats. Jen Peters.
She's a chick. It's a pretender.
Peyton Manning.
Pretender.
Sean Alexander.
Pretender.
Ruben Drones, who scored this week.
Pretender.
The drone is loose. Pretender. I'm going to say Jen's a pretender, too. I think her team's getting a little better, but I don't think she's ever built anything around Peyton Manning. Steve Alexander's a good pickup, but outside of that,
I think that team's in here just for Mike to pick up somebody when he needs a sub.
I think
trades her and...
The Pussycats.
You probably work something with all 3 of them.
No, I'm on my own in this league. I'm on my own.
You and 3 teams.
No, I'm on my own. I think Jen could be the minor leagues for Mike, unfortunately. How about Wang and Tang? We've all had a lot of fun at Wang and Tang's expense, young Robert Rivera.
Poontang.
This year he drafted Matt Hasselback really high. He's got Willie Parker, who he kept from last year. Willie Parker seems to be his only Larry Fitzgerald.
Warwick Dunn's running, rambling, and rumbling tonight.
And Larry Fitzgerald.
He's good.
And
Dallas Clark, good tight end.
He's only won 3 games all year. Contender, pretender.
Weak.
Yeah, I think he's an also.
I think we should have a 3rd division. We call it the Poon division.
Oh, who would be in
this is good. You can put Robbie in there because, well, he can't win no Poons, so you better put him in there.
Okay.
You got the Wing and Tingers. Might as well put the Blimpy Bears in there. The only thing they really know is cold cuts, Steve. You should really stick to the cold cuts.
I'd love a sandwich right now. Every time we talk about the Blimpy Bears, it would be nice.
How about some grub?
Steve could come down here. Some grub. Maybe we'll have some grub tonight after.
Hey, we never talked about the JH Express.
Well, we're getting back to them. We haven't got to the end. Let's talk about the JH Express right now, and then we'll hit your team, the Brew Crew. 3-7. 3-7. Let me tell you this roster real quick. And
You got a great roster because, I mean, you pretty much hand-selected them.
I went ahead and I picked up Andre Johnson in a draft.
Daner, the bomber, has showed up.
Oh, of course. Would you like a little more time?
Yeah.
Would you like a little more running time after nine takes? Would you like to say a quick
YouTube's
hello?
probably banning you.
Freaking A.
And I don't want to hear no more thank yous about Stallworth.
Yep. You got to be kicking yourself.
How about Larry Johnson, Roy Williams, Andre Johnson, Mark Bolger? I picked him up from the Man Horse who let him go. Now he's starting. Looks like he's going to be a great selection, I think.
Yeah, the Rams, they're on fire. What are they? 0-6?
Matt Schaub.
They got like twice as many interceptions.
Contender or pretender at 3-7?
I actually like your roster. I think you have too many people to play from, though. You're going to end up by picking the wrong. It's kind of like what Dane says. You're going to end up by picking the wrong players at the wrong week.
Well, he said Maurice Jones-Drew. I should have picked him. I should have picked him the week before. I started him this week in 35 points. I still lose, but my team scores over 90.
How do you do that?
I'm excited. I'm excited that my team's scoring.
I'd like to have Maurice Jones-Drew.
Wouldn't it be nice if your team scored over at 90 points?
I don't need to win.
Ah, jeez, that's not going to last forever.
56.
Let's talk about the Brew Crew for a second. You score 60 points. You somehow pull 2 wins out. Jody does your lineup. You pull 2 wins out your butt. You can't play wing and tank forever.
Oh, then I had a good lineup in it, and I should have won.
Yeah, well, you
and
didn't.
the guy fumbles the ball and throws 5 interceptions for me to lose.
And then you bench Drew Brees, and it may cost you. You got Chris Chambers. Oh, you don't have Chris Chambers anymore.
No,
you,
I do.
You got rid of.
I got him still, not on that roster. But
Oh,
I have
do you?
him.
Do
And
you?
I didn't play him this weekend.
Oh,
he got
that's right.
maybe 7
You're right.
points
You're
instead
right.
of my
You're
1 by Andre.
Kellen Winslow. You started Dante Culpepper, who looked old.
Well, what do you do when you scores 5 touchdowns the week before his bye?
Les, I know what you're gonna think. Are you a contender or are you a pretender?
You know, I'm going to be honest here. I think I may make the playoffs, but I don't think I'm going to go far.
Wow, look at this. A humble beast. I haven't seen a humble beast.
Pod with my
people in the gallery, please, a little silence.
Man.
Damn Wilsons. So you think you're a pretender?
I think, well, I'm a contender for the playoffs, maybe a pretender. I have to get real lucky in the playoffs.
You go ahead and look in the camera and say that you're a pretender.
I'm a contender. I'm going all the way.
Say you're worth.
If I had Dante Stallworth on my roster still, I could be a contender.
Look at the camera and say you're worthless and weak. Say you love Aaron Lennon.
No. If I look, oh no.
Now, Les, until you
I
score.
think Aaron Lennon right now is biting on a pillow somewhere, rolling some dice.
Until you score, I gotta say you're a pretender too. I can't say you're a contender right at the moment. You might get back in it. Your football knowledge hasn't looked good. Dane has made you look a little bit like a chump.
Yeah,
the way he's
taking my
getting Dante
drops.
Stallworth.
Taking my drops.
Taking
He
your
has
leftovers.
those.
Taking your droppings. And the beast leaves some big droppings, people. Take it from someone who's lived with him. So let's talk about